Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time joining me. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been looking for me under that name, then you're in the right place now. Today's reading is going to be looking into messages from your person. So we're going to take a look at where this person kind of stands energetically as it pertains to this connection, and kind of look to see what their higher self would tell you if they were being truthful and honest about what they're thinking and feeling toward this connection. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages will vary with how tightly they will resonate with each of the viewers out there. So just keep that in mind as you're watching the reading. If anything is feeling confusing to you or just kind of feeling like it's not fitting what you know your situation to be, those are typically indications that the messages are not meant for you and they're for somebody else out there in the collective who clicked on the video. So just don't let those things get you upset. Release it, let it go. And if you guys do want to book a personal reading because you need more personalized guidance, the link to my website is in the description box down below. All right, so let's go ahead and choose your reading. We've got a choice here between three groups for today's reading. If you're drawn to reading number 1, we will be working with the Wild Reflections Tarot deck and this rose quartz crystal. If you're drawn to reading number 2, we'll be working with the Mermaid Tarot and this pink tourmaline palm stone. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we'll be working with the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot and this strawberry quartz crystal. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person and what they want to say to you. Go ahead and select the crystal or the deck that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey group number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Wild Reflections Tarot deck and this rose quartz crystal, this will be your message. So today we're going to be looking into messages from your person. What do they want to say? So we will begin with a couple of pre-shuffled oracles just to kind of understand where they stand energetically with regard to this connection, and then we'll dive into their messages for you, okay? So starting us off, we have the Stag Spirit take the lead. We have the Samaritan, and this is the light attribute because it's here in the upright. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And then we have the Chakra balance, unity. The only illusion is separation. And we're going to come to this one later. This is how they view you. So we'll get to that in a moment. Okay. So group number 1, where do they stand? So I think that your person has been probably struggling with like some self-love energy coming into this reading. And I think that they're starting to feel maybe a little bit better. It's possible that you guys have been in separation leading up into this point. And I do kind of feel this desire to like maybe try to come back together. And they're kind of realizing here that maybe they need to step into their power a little bit more, that maybe it was their self-esteem issues that were preventing them from stepping up in the past as it pertains to this connection. So there's something here about leadership, them wanting to step into leadership, become more confident and less like skittish around you. I don't know why. Like, I think sometimes when I think of this particular animal, they do tend to be kind of skittish, right? So I kind of feel like your person is that, or has been that. Like with this separation energy, like something would happen and they would just like bolt, or they would get scared off really easily. This says refines your capacity to help those who you would prefer to ignore. So Samaritan energy is like talking about giving a helping hand. So there's definitely like this energy of them wanting to help you in some way. maybe there's been an energy of them ignoring you leading up into this point and not wanting to see you or not wanting to help you. But I think there's something here about them feeling a little bit more ready to work together with you. Okay, so let's see. Let's get into the energies. Spirit, what does pile number one's person want to tell my group 1 viewers? What would they like to say? From their higher self, truth be told. I am not over you. Okay. I still feel the pain. I do love you. I know you don't feel the same. Interesting. Well, you guys, it definitely seems like they still have very positive feelings about you. They're saying they love you. They're struggling to move past something. Like they're not over you. If you guys broke up, they're still not over that. And they're still feeling some sort of pain as it pertains to this connection. And as I'm parting the deck right away, I'm seeing the 3 of Swords. So let's go ahead and see. Let's pop into the tarot. Tell us more, please, Spirit. What do they want to tell my group number 1 viewers? What do they want to say? The Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Temperance card in reverse with the Sun at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So they're sad. They're depressed. The way they see you is the fallen star, shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. This is beautiful energy in how they're seeing you. Okay, so what do they want to tell you, group 1? I think that they're saying like the detachment from you, the separation from you has caused a lot of pain for them. I don't know if you guys were in love with this person or if they were in love with you with this Queen of Cups, or if you guys had more of a deep kind of emotional connection before this split. But I think the emotional detachment from you has been very difficult for this person. I think they're kind of in their feels with the Sun in reverse. I do think this person is feeling sad, maybe not feeling very optimistic about where things have come to within this connection. And again, I do feel that there is this desire to unify with you, to come back together, maybe to help you or to allow you to help them. Like Samaritan is like we're helping each other out. We're not ignoring each other. We're not ignoring the problems. We're providing assistance now where it's needed in this partnership. So I definitely think that that desire is still there, but they're in a lot of pain not being around you. They're in a lot of pain not having access to your emotional care and kindness and nurturing energy. And I do think that they want to experience that again. And I think with this Queen of Cups in reverse, this person is really out of control with their emotions right now. This person is also saying, you guys, with the Temperance card in reverse, that they recognize that you guys may not be on the same page. There's kind of this dynamic here, I'm not going to lie, like of either, it's like they want this unity, but I feel like there's an energy of you guys being like polar opposites, like an oil and water. We're trying to mix it up. Listen to the song by Incubus called Oil and Water. I feel like there's a message there for someone out there, because that was like the first thing that I got with this Temperance card, that you guys are just not mixing it up well at this time, and it might be creating some sort of toxic energy between the two of you for whatever reason. And I wonder if it kind of has to do with the way you present yourself, group 1, because this is talking about like the way they see you is you're no longer hiding. You're stepping into the light when it comes to this connection and when it comes to just you, yourself. And I do think they love that about you and they admire that about you, but I think there's something about who you are and the way that you express yourself, the way you show up, that brings this person a lot of shame. Like they feel shame because of how you show up. It could be too that both of you guys embody strong leadership energy, and maybe with this temperance energy, it's like clashing a little bit here sometimes. But yeah, they definitely have love for you. They're saying they do love you. They're still feeling the pain, but they're definitely acknowledging that there's something that's not mixing with this connection right now. We also have the Wheel of Fortune coming through with I am not over you. So the Wheel of Fortune is giving me this energy of cycles. That's the first thing I'm getting here. There's something about cycles repeating, or cycles ups and downs. You know, like I was getting with the stag earlier, like this person is here and then they get skittish and they bolt, right? And that kind of makes sense with the Wheel of Fortune, because I think they're kind of telling you, I feel like what they're saying to you about themselves is that they are not the most stable. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is like chances and taking risks and stuff like that. And I think for some of you, we're going to get some oracles in a minute. I do think for some of you, this person might be preparing to take some sort of a chance when it comes to you, because they do want to unify and they do want to come back together with you because they still love you and they're not feeling good about where things are right now. But the other piece of information that I'm getting from this person is that they're saying they're not really stable. They're not predictable right now. So there's something about this person's stability. I think it's their emotional stability with the Queen of Cups being here. Like they're in and out, they're skittish, they get skittish with certain things and they bolt. I think that they're saying they have a lot of ups and downs within themselves that they have to work through. Thus, they understand that this is causing up and downs in this connection at times. Okay. And that could also be why, like they're saying this oil and water energy is here. I think they recognize that it's both of you that are coming at this from maybe some different perspectives, and it's not really been mixing very well. That song by Incubus is like really loud in my head right now, you guys. Oil and Water. It's on the album Light Grenades. It's one of my favorite albums from Incubus ever. Look up the lyrics to that song. I'm telling you, there is a message there for someone out there. So tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit, about this person, and tell us a little bit about what they want to say, clarifying energies. Priority order, family, provider, and making the effort. So coming back to this energy of taking the lead, I definitely feel, again, there's this person, I think this confirms that they would like to take a chance on this connection and they want to come back in more stable when they reunite with you. This is about making an effort and like wanting to be the provider, wanting to make you and this connection a priority. It just gives me this feeling that you guys broke up or you guys separated from them and they are really like not happy about that right now. It's like they had to lose you to see what they had to begin with. So they want to take a chance. They do want to come back in and be that provider, make you that priority. I just think for some of you, this person is not stable. That may not be for everybody. And it could be the lack of stability that I'm picking up on is more like the emotional instability that your person is feeling right now. So just take that as it resonates with you. Okay, we do have within a few weeks. So I think, yeah, Spirit is giving us a timeline. They're coming back within the next few weeks here. This person, look, it's like we have all this energy of planning, like writing things down, making a to-do list. Let's see, one more. We do also have karmic partner. So there is a cycle. There is something here. Past life ties and lessons. There's still a lesson that's not been learned fully yet, you guys. I think there's still a cycle that hasn't fully closed with this person. It could even be for some of you guys, like you felt shame due to this person. Like something about the way that they behaved made you feel shame. Maybe they made you feel small, or they made you feel like you had to hide who you truly were, or maybe hide this connection for some reason. I think that is the karma that's still being worked out for you, group 1. If that resonates with you, I think that is what this is talking about. Like the next time this person comes back around, you should not hide yourself. You should not hide who you truly are, or allow them to dim you down or make you feel like you have to be small or shrink down for them. I think, and I think that this person needs to learn that just the kind of like, because what I kind of get in this dynamic is that they want to be the leader, but I think they feel a little insecure when other people show up with strong leadership energy. And I think especially if you, my viewer, are a woman and this person that you're asking about is a man, I think that plays into it even more. Because this person, I think, feels a little bit insecure in their leadership capabilities. And I think when you are showing that you have really strong leadership capabilities, they don't feel as confident in theirs. It's like they're comparing themselves to you in this weird way. And maybe you guys have been feeling like maybe you've been feeling like you need to kind of be more subtle to protect this person's ego, or to make them stay longer, or to make them not bolt. But I think that spirit is bringing them back in the next few weeks so that you can close out this karma for yourself once and for all. Okay? Because the lesson here is like, if they bolt, they're not for you anyway, right? We do have affection, touchy forehead kisses, and open door. So I know I just went off on a tangent, group 1, but there's definitely like an attraction here for sure. Like this person, they want more. They want to come back around. I think that in the next couple of weeks, the door is going to be opening back up for the two of you to kind of come back together in a more unified way. So let's just kind of close it out with some advice for you, group 1. Advice for group 1, please, Spirit, on this connection that they're asking about. Advice for group number 1, please, Spirit, on this connection that they're asking about. We do have connection, heart chakra. Father Divine and Mother Earth make love in your heart. Masculine and feminine energy is coming together here. So this is about your heart space. So maybe there's a need to try to connect to this person at the heart space, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Maybe there's something you need to create with this person. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. But I also just think like you guys need to, Spirit is saying like, if you have love in your heart for this person, you need to just show it to them. You know what I mean? Like, don't feel that you have to dim that down just because you're afraid they're going to bolt. Because I do think they bolt. I think they get skittish, or they've ghosted you before or something like that, or they get distant or weird if you try to express love. This person is saying they do love you, but I kind of feel like they just have a hard time like receiving that energy. So I almost feel like you guys said, I love you, or you were very vulnerable in sharing emotion with this person, and it just like they couldn't handle it for some reason. So keep your heart open, lead with love, Spirit is saying, and definitely do not hide or dim your light to protect this person's ego. Okay. Let me know, group 1, how this resonates and what's been happening with your person in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you all selected the Mermaid Tarot and this beautiful pink tourmaline palm stone, this will be your reading. So today we're looking into messages from your person. What do they want to say to you from their higher selves? So let's take a look at some pre-shuffled oracles first to kind of understand where they stand energetically with regard to your connection. So we've got the Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. We have God, and it's in the upright. So this has benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. And we also have meditation. To see more clearly, close your eyes. And this we'll get to in a moment. This is how they view you right now, okay? So the first thing that I see, like overwhelmingly with your person, group number 2, is they're in a very spiritual space when it comes to this connection. Maybe they're just in a spiritual place in their life in general, okay? The crown chakra is being activated by your person. So they could be working on themselves through some spiritual practices, maybe engaging in meditation, prayer, religion, whatever their spiritual practices are. Whatever that means to them is something that's being activated right now. And I think that they have taken this approach to open themselves up to spirit because they're looking for answers. Okay, they're looking for answers. They're trying to understand themselves and understand the situation with a higher level of clarity. I think the Scarab Beetle Spirit, with the message of magic works through you, is kind of telling me that your person is learning about their own power, right? They're learning and understanding that like they really control their destiny and that they can create the outcomes that they desire through believing in themselves. And maybe there's been a lot of self-doubts with your person. Maybe they've been struggling to believe in themselves leading up into this point. And this is what's led them to this meditative energy, to kind of draw back. Like I definitely feel this person has maybe pulled back their energy or distanced themselves from you a little bit for some of you because they're trying to seek these answers and understand themselves a little bit better. With God being here, this has benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. This is just very spiritual, you guys. Like there's a compassionate energy that this person extends to you because they are kind of realizing that all are one, right? This is that energy of we're all connected. We're all interconnected to a higher level of consciousness. So let's continue. I'm going to pop this up here. Let's get into the messages next. So Spirit, with pile number 2, help us understand, please, what pile number 2's person would like to tell them at this time. What do they want to say? What does pile number 2's person want to say to my pile number 2 viewers? Okay, I don't know how to feel. I know that you don't feel the same. Okay. Your intellect arouses me, and I compare others to you. Okay. So it makes sense to me why they've kind of pulled back into this more spiritual energy, because I do think that this person has been feeling confused about this relationship at this time. They're confused about this connection at this time. And I just feel overwhelmingly like they have been looking for answers. They kind of feel like it's interesting, right? Because they don't know how to feel, but they're saying, I know you don't feel the same. So they're perceiving that there's some sort of disconnect between you with regard to how you're both feeling about this connection, but they themselves don't know how to feel. So let's get into the tarot for clarity here, Spirit. What does this person want to say? Ace of Wands. Ten of Wands. King of Swords. And then we have the Fool energy here at the bottom of the deck. And this is how they view you, which is Electra, the Awakener, rise. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. That's beautiful energy. Okay. They definitely see you guys as being kind of like reborn in some way, especially with the Fool being here. Like, they've seen you transform. You know, this is the Mermaid tarot deck, so she's kind of embarking on this journey, this new beginning of coming out of the ocean onto the land, like turning from a mermaid into a human. So this person is seeing you as like transitioning from one area or one way of being to another. Like, you have this very free energy right now because you are living your authentic truth, being yourself. And if you've known this person for a long time, which I do feel like a lot of you guys have some sort of history with this person, but like, if they've been watching you over a long period of time, there's definitely a perception that you have changed a lot, and that you're living a more authentic truth at this time. I rise like the golden sun, right? So there's just some sort of chapter that you guys have closed out that was like difficult. And you really shine to them. I think especially your way of thinking. This person has a lot of curiosity into that. I do think that this person, you guys, with this King of Swords in reverse, might not be the most intellectual person, or it's possible that they kind of have some closed-minded beliefs, which is, it's just interesting to see that King of Swords because this energy feels very enlightened, okay? But I do think that there's something about you and your intellect and way of thinking that challenges this person and their perspectives on things. The King of Swords in reverse is definitely someone who can be very cold, ruthless energy. It can be somebody who's just a little bit closed-minded in their views. Even like, I'm not saying this person is, but just to give you guys just some examples from an educational perspective, I've even seen this come up in someone who is like prejudiced or like racist. Like, they just have a very illogical view on certain things. And again, I'm not saying your person is that. It could be like one thing in life that they're not seeing clearly, even with this person. But there's something about you that challenges them to think a little bit differently. And I'm kind of wondering if that's what's driving some of this spiritual energy that they're in right now. Because the King of Swords in reverse makes me feel like this person maybe has been closed off at the crown chakra, right? The King of Swords in reversed is like not seeing things clearly. And this energy of meditation is like this person does want to see things more clearly because they are confused. Okay. So I don't know how to feel. And the Ace of Wands makes a lot of sense because this person is confused, and that's what they would tell you. Maybe they're confused about how you feel. They're confused about how they feel about it. The Ace of Wands in reverse also is making me feel like this person would tell you there was some sort of false start with this connection. Like, maybe there was like a spark, a chemistry, some sort of new beginning potential that was here, and it just fizzled out before it even had the opportunity to grow into something more, before we were even able to pursue anything. This person as well, you guys, I'm going to keep it real with you. it's also possible that they were turned off by something. So it's like, even though your intellect arouses this person and kind of challenges them to think about things a little bit differently, there might have been an initial passion or like physical attraction to you that was like killed off when you challenged their views. But it also kind of pushed them into this awakening that they're in right now. Because I think that this person they would tell you that they've struggled with having a fixed mindset, having a lot of self-defeating beliefs, or instead of believing they can do something, always telling themselves that they can't, letting that inner critic really get to them. So we've got, I know you don't feel the same, and the 10 of Wands. I do think that they would tell you that this connection, they feel like this connection would require a lot of work, a lot of effort, and maybe they think you don't see it that way, right? Or it could even be, there's something here with this 10 of Wands around who's owning the burden of things in this connection, and how do we help each other? And there's some sort of disconnect between you guys around like how would you receive support from them, or how would they receive support from you? I'm hearing one-sided. So it's possible that somebody in this connection feels like they have to like bear the burden of everything. Okay. So tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. Clarification, please. What do they want to say to group 2? Solitude, alone, non-action, and quiet. Yeah, it's like they are telling you right now that they need their space. They need their alone time to clear their head and to figure out how they feel. We have fast movement. Ooh. And then look at this. We do also have a compromise, coming back together and making it work. Yeah, I think there was definitely something here about differences in beliefs or values, and or even just approaches, like I was getting with this 10 of Wands. Like somebody here wanted to go faster than the other person. I'm wondering if it was them with this Ace of Wands. Like maybe they came in hot and they wanted to go fast with you, but you were more logical and more like wanting to take your time, potentially. And maybe for them, they're like, oh, that's a little bit more work than I wanted to put in. So, but there is something here about like wanting a compromise. So when I think of a compromise, it's like we're meeting in the middle. But I think right now what they're saying is that they need their space to be able to figure out what that would look like for them. Okay, group 2. So let's just close it out with some advice for you from Spirit, just to understand how Spirit is recommending you to navigate your connection with this person. Yeah, I definitely feel like they were the ones that were like moving too fast here. And you were like, no, slow it down. All right, so we've got the solar plexus, manifestation. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. So there is something here around confidence that Spirit is calling to your attention as it pertains to this connection with your person. And Spirit is saying that you can attract anything that you want when you believe that it's true, and when you empower yourself through the confidence that you need to bring it to life. You have to believe in yourself and believe that you can get what you desire, whether it's this person or whether it's someone else or something else. We do also have security, to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. So it's like, I don't know, you guys, I just feel like this person, maybe they're not able to offer you a lot of security at this time, or they made you feel really anxious. Spirit is recommending you to go out into nature to ground yourself as it pertains to this connection. Take a more practical approach. And just because somebody is acting weird toward you, if they are, or this person like pulled away or whatever, I think that it shouldn't, they're saying don't let that knock your confidence and belief in yourself that you can attract someone into your life that really is ready to meet your energy. Okay, because Spirit is definitely calling out that this person views you, and this is true, like you are a shining star. You know, you are this person's awakener. You push them into some sort of a spiritual awakening here. But you really shine and you really stand out and you deserve to take up space, group 2. So just because somebody is repelled by that or feels insecure about that, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. That's what Spirit is saying. So remain confident in yourself, okay? This is what I see, group 2. Comment below and let me know what's happening with this person, and I'll see you guys in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot and this strawberry quartz crystal, this will be your message. Today, we're going to be getting messages from your person. So what do they want to say to you? Messages from their higher self. So let's kick it off by looking into where they stand energetically so we can kind of try to understand what their current energy and position is with you. We have the turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. We have the rebel in the upright. We have the third eye chakra. Trust. Trust in your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. And we'll come to this one in a bit. So where do they stand? Okay. So this person is moving slow, okay? And I feel like this person is slowly moving towards you or taking a slower pace because they are working on strengthening their trust in their intuition, their trust in self, and their trust in source. Okay, I feel like this person's intuition has been like a little bit blocked lately. And I just kind of feel with this rebel being here, you guys, like maybe this person has been ignoring their intuition because they have been not being authentic to themselves. Okay, like they're in a situation right now where they are challenging authority. Okay, they're challenging some sort of tradition in their life. So maybe for some of you, just to give you an example, like this could be a situation where this person is in some sort of traditional relationship, but they're not happy in it. They've been ignoring their intuition about that. And I think that they're finally starting to kind of come into the light a little bit here, that something traditional in their life is no longer working for them, which is why we're moving into this slow rebel energy. Okay? Challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So that's why this person is moving slow, because I think that they are in the process of dismantling things in their life that have been very comfortable for them, but are ultimately not serving them in their highest good. And so I know that we're asking what they want to say to you, group 3, but I do feel like this is kind of symbolic to some greater trends happening in this person's life, some broader situation that they're going through right now. And it does impact the way that they show up in the connection with you. That's what they would tell you, okay? I almost just like feel like making space for you or making more space for you would be rebellious for this person, because there is just something in their life that they're still kind of slowly pulling themselves out of. Okay, so let's continue. Like some sort of obligation. Even like for some of you guys, this could be like a taboo relationship in some regard, like moving slow because, I don't know, just I'm throwing out examples. Maybe this person is like your boss or like your doctor, or like there's an age gap or something going on here where this person, like they're moving slow because something about it is rebellious to societal norms. Okay, so let's continue. So Spirit, what does pile 3's person, group number 3's person, want to tell them? What do they want to say? So group 3. They were being truthful and honest about their feelings. So we have, I am recovering. Oh, okay. I miss hearing your voice. One more, please, Spirit. And I can't do this. I see life differently now. Yeah. You know, you guys, it could even be that this person just like simply does not want anything traditional at this time, period, right? Like it could just be they're moving slow because they know that you want something more committed or something more traditional, and they're just not in a position with this card. They're not in a position where like they feel that they can offer that to you. Okay, so let's continue. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about Group 3's person and what they would like to say to my beautiful Group 3 viewers? Two of Cups in reverse. The 9 of Wands. Hold on, let's pull just one, please, Spirit, for this one. The 10 of Cups. We do also have the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and how they view you is the aquamarine star expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. That's so interesting. I've been kind of noticing in these groups like how where the person stands kind of mirrors how they're viewing the viewer that's watching this reading, and I see that in your reading as well. Group 3, because this person is working on trusting their intuition, but they view you as somebody who already does this really well. Like you express yourself with confidence. You know, they see you as somebody who is vocal. They see you as somebody who is emotionally expressive and confident in the way that you express yourself. And I feel like they also see you as being very like beautiful and elegant too. Like something about you is very poised. Okay. So what do they want to say? Group 3. So this person is definitely wanting to tell you that they see that you guys are not really on the same page. Okay. The 2 of Cups in reverse is telling me that perhaps you guys broke up, or you're not seeing eye to eye on something here. And this person, I think, is still kind of recovering from that. It could also be this, you guys, that this person is going through a breakup, right? Because again, I was kind of getting that there are some external circumstances going on. We also have the 10 of Cups here. So this person could be going through a breakup, like with someone they were in a long-term relationship with, or someone that maybe they even had children with, right? It just feels like they're moving slow because they are pulling themselves out of something pretty big, some big change that they're navigating through at this time. Okay. So they would tell you that they're recovering from this breakup that they're going through, or if this is about you and them, they're still recovering from the disconnect and the disharmony or breakup between you guys. Okay. Now, what they do want to say about this connection is that they miss you, right? They miss hearing your voice. So again, there is something about the way that you talk to them that this person really likes. I think that you're intellectually stimulating to this person. And I just think the way that you speak so confidently in yourself and to them is something that this person really likes and values here. But with this 9 of Wands, I do think that there is a little bit like of distrust here, which is interesting with that card coming through. Like there's definitely, they would say like, something between the both of you where you're both kind of guarded. This person specifically, I feel, is very guarded. With the Nine of Wands and with this, the Four of Pentacles being here, I think they're very closed off. I think this person has a really hard time opening up. They're very closed at the heart space for sure. Like in both of these cards, he's kind of like protecting himself. Specifically here, covering up this heart space area. Like this person does not like to be vulnerable. They're clinging on to something over here that really, like, they're starting to realize it does not serve them in their highest good. But through clinging on to things like that, it actually prevents us from being able to open up to new possibilities that could be even better for us. So it's a slow process. They're still moving through this change, group 3. But they do miss hearing your voice. They are saying that there is this, even though they miss hearing your voice and they feel like, I feel like they're very intrigued by you, they don't fully trust you. And I feel like they see that you don't fully trust them. Hence this like, we're not seeing eye to eye, or we're not experiencing like a lot of harmony in this connection at this time. We also have, I can't do this, in the 10 of Cups. So to me, this is very clear, like especially if you guys know that this person has a family or they're going through a breakup or they have children, they're basically saying to you, like, I can't do anything more with you because of my family obligations that I have, and the traditional situation that I'm still in. I can't do anything with you because of that. The other thing, though, that I get with this, you guys, from your person is I feel like they really put you guys up on a pedestal, because the way that I do this spread in my mind is like, this is what they want to say about themselves. This is what they want to say about the connection, and this is what they want to tell you about you. Okay. So with this 10 of Cups coming up with what they want to tell you about you is, I do think that this person really idealizes you and puts you up on a pedestal. And I think that this person may even like daydream about what it could be like to be with you. Hence this rebellious energy. They're like, in their mind, they're rebelling against whatever they're currently in through kind of fantasizing about you, but they don't feel like they're worthy of it. You know, they've really put you up so high, and they feel like they cannot rise up to what they've envisioned you to be, which may not even be accurate to who you are, because that 10 of Cups can be a very idealistic energy where we're really projecting a lot of idealism, for lack of a better word, onto somebody. As I'm parting the deck, self-worth, struggling with self-worth and working on self-worth. Yeah, they don't feel good enough for you. And I think that's a big part of the reason why with this Four of Pentacles, that they don't like open up and want to talk more, even though they miss. It's like this energy is just so like it's almost giving me this energy of somebody who, like, because you're so open and vocal and expressive and you're so like confident in that, I almost feel like even if you said something really kind to this person, they wouldn't trust it. You know, like, I think this person has been really hurt in the past by somebody, whether it's like a current relationship that they're still in, or something from the past has really like affected them and their ability to receive love. As I'm parting the deck, we do have third party. So what do they want to say to my group 3 viewers? Please, Spirit, tell us a little bit more. What does this person want to say? Truth be told. We have unexpected, surprise, and shocking news. So here's the thing, guys. It's possible that this person was not expecting that there would be this falling out here with the Two of Cups in reverse. So maybe they weren't expecting to be broken up with, whether it was with you or someone else. Or there was some sort of shocking news that caused the breakup that they're still healing from. We have Divine Feminine. See, this person has an issue with feminine energy. They don't trust feminine energy. Like soft and kind and nurturing energy, there's some sort of a wound here where this person just doesn't fully trust that, because I feel like maybe in this person's past there has been some sort of betrayal, like where they trusted that and it wasn't authentic, or they lacked that maybe as a child. And so like when you give that to them, it feels uncomfortable. This is sad, you guys. Ugh. I'm like in your person's energy and I just feel like it's like the child version of themselves really hurting right now. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. What do they want to say? Okay. Ooh. Oh. So we have romance. Oh my gosh. We have new love, excitement. Someone new is coming in. And then we do also have within a few months. Wine and dine, getting to know each other, and flirting. Okay. So that's tea. This is what they think a lot about, you guys, with this 10 of Cups. And I do kind of feel like it's a good sign to see like within a few months here, because this is kind of telling me, especially if you guys want to connect with this person on a deeper level, I do think that they might be coming into that energy slowly, right, with the turtle. But within the next couple of months, this person might be coming in with like some sort of love offer. Like they might want to, like I think it's going to catch you by surprise. Like the flowers behind the back. I think within the next couple of months, they're thinking about asking you out on a date or coming back together with you. Right now, though, it's like they're saying, I can't do this. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out, group 3. I definitely want you guys to keep me posted, because I just see your person they're so closed off, you know, like, and these are messages from their higher self. So maybe when you guys are with them, they don't come across this way fully. Right? This is more like what their higher self is telling you about themselves and the way they feel about this connection. Maybe they convey something differently in person, but it just kind of surprises me to see that action energy coming through when there are so many indications here that this person is so closed off and just moving really slow. So keep me posted, group 3, because it kind of looks like they want to come toward you. Maybe on the 7th. Within a few months. That could be significant for some of you. I feel also the summer season is significant as well with these cups here. Like it's giving me water energy. When I think of water, I think of the summer, the beach. Spring and summertime are significant. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, what does this person, or no, I'm sorry, what advice do we have for my group 3 viewers as it pertains to this connection? Advice for group 3, please, Spirit. We have manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. We do also have confidence. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. So there's definitely something here about this person where like maybe their lack of action or lack of choosing you is kind of killing your confidence a little bit. Maybe you guys have been wanting more recognition or acknowledgement from this person and you haven't really been getting it to your satisfaction. So Spirit is kind of guiding you to be your own cheerleader. And I think there's also a message here about like working on belief in self and self-validation and self-soothing versus needing it from an external source sometimes. So it's okay to want like recognition, but with this card talking about being your own cheerleader, it's making me think like for some of you guys that you're wishing for more overt expression from this person. And as we can see here, they're just not equipped. You're like that, right? I think you're the type of person who's very vocal. Like you would celebrate someone, you would cheer somebody on, you would express kindness. This person really struggles with that stuff, you guys. So it's kind of saying like be the cheerleader that you're looking for from them to yourself. And to not allow this person's slow energy to, or even if they've rejected you, you know what I mean? Like to knock your confidence, because what I'm picking up on with your person group 3 is that a lot of the way they're showing up has to do with, number one, whatever the situation is in that they're in is that they're still working out of, but also their inner child. Like this person really struggles with feminine energy. They really don't trust it. Okay, because of something that happened to them as a child. So just keep that in mind. And I think Spirit is just kind of saying like, try not to take it personal. Okay, so comment below group 3 and let me know what is happening with this person. Keep me posted on this. I'm curious to hear how that pans out. And I'll catch you guys in the next reading soon. Bye.